Hello and welcome back to the Empowered Aesthetics podcast. I am your host, Shaylee, and I am so thrilled that you are here. I'm going to try to keep in my excitement. You can usually tell my excitement through my voice. I get really loud or I start talking really fast. So I'm going to try to tone it down a little bit because there's so much that I want to share with you today, whether you are a new listener or whether you've been around for the last couple of years. Sincerely, from my heart, I am so grateful for you. There are several different things that we are going to talk about today that I can barely contain it. So, first of all, I want to say thank you to my previous listeners. If you are one who has been with us for a couple of years, or maybe you're one of my OG followers, if you will. Thank you for your patience with me. If you've been here a while, you know that this podcast has kind of been a mesh of me as the individual, as Shaylee Hancock, the founder of Glow Sis Social, and then also Glow Sis Social as a brand. But this podcast has really integrated my personal story as an entrepreneur. And I've received messages in the past saying that that's what a lot of people appreciate about this podcast is they can relate to me as a solopreneur, as a mom, as a wife, as a working professional trying to build and grow their brand. And then, of course, all of the marketing education for the aesthetics industry is a huge plus too. So I'm excited for you to get to know me a little bit better as the person behind the Glow Sis Social brand. And I also just want to say, please send me a message if you want to talk or tell me about the episode, if what you liked about it, if you have any questions. I'm so happy to talk to you. I love being able to actually connect with my followers, with my listeners. I will say, growing a brand from 0 to over 35,000 followers on Instagram and even more combined across all of the social media platforms, I will say it's been really challenging growing to that size purely because I enjoyed so much in the very beginning when I had the capacity to be able to respond to messages and have one on one conversations with my followers. I had someone not too long ago send me a message on Instagram and say, "Hey, I am one of your first 200 followers, and now you're at, 35,000 plus followers." And she just told me, "Way to go, like, good job." And it felt so good to hear that from someone who saw the Glow Sis Social brand from the very beginning, like 200 followers literally. And so that's one thing that I do miss is being able to have the capacity, have the time, have the bandwidth to be able to actually talk to people one on one, but I still do go in there and answer messages. So please always feel free to reach out. Now, if you've noticed, we took a little break, and this is kind of where the individual separated from the brand comes into play. And I'm going to give you kind of a peek behind the curtains because I think it's important to be transparent about growing a brand and growing a business and my experiences because I know that you can relate to it as well. I had my second baby in December of 2023. He's going to be 2 this December, which is holy moly, absolutely insane. I feel like the last 2 years have completely flown by so fast, but at the same time have gone so incredibly slow. And so 2022 and 2023 is really when Glow Sis Social was at its peak. I mean, we were partnering with Hydrofacial, with Paul Mitchell. We had several other brands, really, like you absolutely know the brand name, that reached out to us, wanted to work with us. I cannot say, unfortunately, but it fell through, which is completely fine. Not everything is aligned, but we had thousands of students going through our marketing programs. And when I say students, I mean estheticians across literally the world. We've had estheticians within 45 different countries enroll in our educational programs. Everything was just flowing in so abundantly. We were also nominated for the Dermascope's Estheticians Choice Award up against huge names. And my mind is just completely blown. I mean, I'm sitting here right now thinking back to all of the incredible, incredible milestones that Glow Sis Social has reached in such a short amount of time. My heart is just overflowing with gratitude. And then fast forward to 2023 when I had my son. I have been the solo employee in Glow Sis Social from 2020 until 2023. And then I kind of brought on some contractors to help. But even then, being the sole person that is responsible for everything, and also at the magnitude that Glow Sis Social had gotten to, completely outgrew myself and my capacity because I truly just didn't know that it was going to blow up the way that it did. And again, I'm so forever grateful. But this is a lesson that I had to learn, and hopefully you can learn from it too, because girl, your business is going to blow up too, and you just don't know it yet, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Don't give up. Side note. Okay. I had my son December 2023. It completely derailed me. I just now, 2 years later, am finally starting to feel like myself again. I went through some pretty significant postpartum challenges. And unfortunately, with me being the sole person in my company besides, contractors, I let a lot of things slide. I had to unfortunately take a pause and focus on my health, my family's health, mentally, emotionally, all of the things, right? And unfortunately, my company suffered. And those are challenges that I had to learn. Glow Sis Social kind of lost momentum. I was back here and there and just I was doing my best. I was giving it what I had at the time, and looking back, I just know that that's all I could do, and that's okay. And it's okay to kind of take a step back. But gosh, if I would have been a little bit more prepared, if I would have hired a business manager, if I would have hired an operations manager, if I would have expanded my team when I was at the peak. But of course, when you're in the moment, you're like, oh, I can do this. I can do it all. I don't need to hire a team yet. But now looking back, gosh, I wish I would have. And now I know moving forward that it's so important to expand your internal team outside of just contractors as soon as you're able, because you're going to be able to scale that much faster. And so now, over the past 6 months or so, I've really started to get my spark back. When you're in the depths of something really intense in your life, you don't really see it. You don't really see not how bad it is, but how intense it is until you've kind of start coming out of it, which is where I was at about 6 months ago. I am so grateful that I have the support around me, because I know not a lot of people do, but I'm grateful for the support that I've had to be able to come back to myself and be able to have the mental, spiritual, physical capacity to pour my heart and my passion back into my company to kind of rebuild. I believe wholeheartedly that every single esthetician needs to hear what I have to say. Every esthetician, every aesthetics professional, every school needs to have these tools to be able to equip the industry, to elevate the industry, and to just make everyone better. So I am excited to be able to get back to that, to be able to start producing more content and getting my momentum back and getting Glow Sis's momentum back, so that we can just continue to expand and change lives. And I'm so excited that you're here listening to me right now. So that's kind of the backstory. Now, I am going to talk about a few other things today to kind of give you an idea. So, first, I'm going to talk about a really exciting development for future episodes. We're also going to talk about what we've kind of been up to the last 6 months and what's been going down. And then we're also going to talk about several different ways that you can work with us, because they're all completely new. We really have sunsetted or retired, whatever you want to call it, all of our other offerings. And now we have 3 ways you can work with us. So I'll tell you about that too. But first, I want to talk about the exciting news for the upcoming episodes. So, a little background: in 2020, I started this company, but before the name Glow Sis Social, I was just running it off of my name, and I started just seeing one-on-one clients. I was doing the social media, the websites, the emails, all of the marketing for solo estheticians, med spas all across the country, and I was doing it one-on-one with them. And then when my clients started seeing results, I was like, holy crap, I need to tell this to the whole world. And so that's when it started coming to fruition, this actual company of Glow Sis Social, being able to provide education, tools, resources in the marketing realm, specifically for the aesthetics industry. And so after I did that for a couple of years, I have one sister and we are very, very close. And she's always been the one that I talk to about my business ideas. I'm an entrepreneur through and through. My mind never stops, and I have so many ideas in my mind. And so she's always been the one that I go to kind of brain dump on her, and she helps me process the ideas and whatnot. And so I remember very specifically, I was living in my dad's basement with my oldest daughter now, but she was 2 at the time, and my husband. We were kind of in between trying to find a house because we just moved to a new city where they lived. So we were living in his basement. And I remember very specifically that I was standing at the dryer, I was doing laundry, and I was on the phone with my sister. We were talking about business, talking about this company, and I had the idea for the name. So her and she's always been involved in the company in some capacity. And so I had the idea for the name Glow Sis Social because at the time we were really just focusing on social media. And glow, of course, is just something that comes to mind when you think of the aesthetics industry and the skincare industry. And then sis came because she's my sister and we've been through this kind of together, and she's always been there to help grow these ideas of mine. So that is where Glow Sis Social came from. Now, she's always really been like behind the scenes. Kind of at the beginning, she was doing some videos for me, like being on camera, but she likes to be behind the scenes a little bit more. She's actually a photographer, a wedding photographer. She is phenomenal. So if you need anyone, you need to go check out her photography page, which I will absolutely link below. She travels. But anyways, she likes to be behind the camera. And so now the past 6 months, we've really been talking about in what ways she wants to be more involved in Glow Sis Social. And so we came up with the idea of her being my co-host on this podcast. And so starting next week, I'm so excited. You will be hearing from my sister and I. Her name is Elena Anderson. She is the most incredible human on this earth. I love her so, so dearly, and I know that you are going to love her as well. And you'll be able to hear from both of us. So please stay tuned for next week because you're going to be able to meet her and hear her story and learn from both of us. Now, every single Monday, we're going to release an episode. So keep that in the forefront of your mind. Get excited for it because we're really excited too. We have some amazing topics planned for you. And so now we're going to move on to the next item, what we've been up to the last 6 months. If you're on my email list or if you're on the Glow Sis Social email list, you saw last week in one of my emails, I told you, I kind of gave you like a heartfelt message, the shortened version, I guess, of what this podcast episode is. But there was at one point when I was ready to sell the company, I got several offers, and I can't tell you how close I was to exiting and selling everything, selling the entire company that I poured my heart and soul into growing. And for whatever reason, I just felt inside of my heart that I needed to be the one to continue to grow this business, even if it was going to be challenging, even if it was going to be hard and take longer than I wanted to be able to bring back the momentum after the break that I had to take. But I didn't go through with any of them. I didn't accept any of the offers. And now I am understanding about 6 months later why I didn't do that. And I just feel like something would have been missing. I'm so, so, so grateful that I did not go through with it because now I can share my heart, my experiences with you and help you grow your business. And I love to hear your stories too. That's actually what makes it so worth it to me, especially being like an online company, a virtual company. It's really difficult to connect oftentimes with the results that are happening due to your teachings or your offers or whatever it is. So anytime you can come to me and share with me a win that you've had or something that you've implemented and seen success with, please do that because it really helps me stay motivated, stay focused on the end result, which is helping you grow your business and grow your passion and reach new heights and new levels that you never imagined that you'd be able to because I've been in that spot, I've done it, and I want other people to be able to feel the joy and the freedom and just the awe that it feels to be able to do that. Now, in the past, our main program has always been Socially Empowered Aesthetics. It was about a $750 course. It was self-paced. You did get access to a community, but essentially it taught you the ABC, exactly step by step, how to use social media to grow your clientele, to expand your aesthetics business. And that is the main program that I started with. And we enrolled hundreds of estheticians in that program with insane results. If you've been around for long enough, I share client results and esthetician results all the time. You've seen the difference that it made in their lives. And the reason that I decided to retire that program is because I felt that it was time for a change, number one. And number two, I actually started doing these marketing prep challenges for holidays. So it started with a Black Friday marketing prep challenge. And then that was extremely successful. It was a 10-day program with templates and everything. And that first Black Friday challenge that I did, the estheticians who filled out the survey afterwards made over $70,000 in their Black Friday sales. Holy shit. I was not expecting that. I was like, wait a second. Like this program, this 10-day program that I just had them do, didn't even have video lessons. It was all text-based lessons, and gave them some templates to work through and walked them through step by step how to prepare for their Black Friday sale in 10 days. Over $70,000. Okay, that's pretty freaking cool. Let's try it again for Valentine's Day. Tried it again for Valentine's Day. They made over $60,000. And I was like, holy shit. Okay, let's try it again for Mother's Day. Over $25,000. What? I literally used the same framework for each of those. Just swapped out the templates, swapped out the verbiage for the different holiday, same results, incredible results every single time. So as I was coming back after my postpartum break, I'll call it, I was really contemplating and thinking about what you need to have, what you need from me, what I can give you my all of, and what is the thing that's going to get you from point A to point B the fastest and the most successful. And as I was contemplating that, that's one of the reasons why I retired the Socially Empowered Aesthetics program. It was great. The content in there was absolutely incredible, but it was lengthy. It was going to take a lot of time to go through. And as I was thinking about these marketing prep challenges, I'm like, now this is powerful. 10 days. 10 days is all it took for these estheticians to make thousands of dollars on their promos. That's really powerful. And the framework that I used is obviously working. It's obviously working because I tested it 3 different times in 3 different times of the year, and it freaking worked. And so what I thought was, you know what? I'm going to take this framework, I'm going to elevate it, and I'm going to create the Glow Sis method. So this like new chapter, new era, if you will, of Glow Sis Social is really rooted in giving, is really rooted in efficiency, and what's going to give you the highest impact for the dollars or time that you invest. Now I'm going to kind of break out for you the 3 different ways that you can work with us. And I'm going to add a 4th in there. So we'll start with number 1, which is actually like the freebie that I wasn't really going to talk about, but I think it's really important to talk about. So number 1, the first way that you can work with us is by consuming all of our free content, following us on Instagram, on TikTok, subscribing to us on YouTube, joining our email list. Those 4 different things. Oh, and the podcast, of course. So the 5 things. So podcast, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, email list. We are providing free education, really in-depth marketing education that's going to help you get one step closer to your goal. That's the first way you can work with us, okay? The second way you can work with us is the Glow Sis email club. Now, if you've taken our marketing prep challenges or if you've taken the Empowered Aesthetics Academy in the past, you will know how vitally important email marketing is. It's underrated, it's undervalued, and it is an incredible way to grow your clientele. The details of the Glow Sis email club, I'm so excited. I've literally never done anything like this before. I've usually only focused on social media, But you'll find out that within the Glow Sis method, we combine not only social media, but we combine email marketing, we combine word of mouth marketing, community marketing, and it all comes together cohesively to get incredible results. And so that's why I decided to add this email club because it's underrated and it's going to get you results 100%. So you already know that you should be emailing your clients. You just don't know what to say, right? And that is where the Glow Sis email club comes in. So every single month, you will get 2 plug and play email templates written by our team ready to send to your email list. These work for every single niche. They are plug and play for a reason. And we give you the tools that you need to be able to tweak them, make them sound like you with ease, like literally 30 minutes or less a month. Prep these emails and have them automatically scheduled to send out to your email list. You don't have to overthink about it. You don't have to start from scratch. We help you get started. All you have to do is tweak it and just hit send, okay? So each template includes a fully written email that you can personalize for your niche, whether it's, lashes, skin, brows, injectables, you name it, it's going to work for you. 2 subject line options, and then also a note on when to send it for the best results. Now, you will always get your templates the last week of each month so that you can then tweak them, schedule them out for the month ahead. So, for example, if you're doing this in November, your December emails are already written, they're already scheduled, they're going to go out and nurture your audience and get them to book. The Glow Sis email club is only $29 a month, so you better get your butt in there because you're going to get a way higher return on investment than you're paying for the $29. Okay, to recap so far, how you can work with Glow Sis Social. Number 1, consume all of our free content. Number 2, the Glow Sis email club. Moving on to number 3, and holy moly, I'm so excited about this one, is the esthetician direction. Now, what I've learned in the past 5 years of working primarily with solo estheticians, some med spas, but primarily solo service providers, is that they desperately need a social media manager, but they are not quite there yet to be able to hire a social media manager. They quite can't afford it because a decent social media manager is going to start off, and this is really on the low end, at about $750 a month. But like a really good social media manager is going to probably charge somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000 a month. Probably, if you're listening to this, you're just not quite ready for that. You need it, you desperately need it, but you can't quite afford it yet. So over the past couple of years, occasionally I will think like, gosh, there's gotta be another way to be able to help these estheticians with their social media marketing because you have to stay consistent if you want to use social media. But it's so hard with everything that you're doing. You're literally doing it all. And social media is a pretty big burden. It can be really, really powerful in your business. But gosh, not only does it take a lot of time, but it just takes a lot of like mental power, right? You get overwhelmed, you get burnout with social media. It's just a lot. And so over the years, I've thought like there has to be another way. And in the last 6 months, when I have come back to myself and finally feeling back to myself, and my brain power is where it had been in the past, I came up with the solution. And I'm so, so pumped about this. The esthetician direction is really a mix between a social media manager and a DIY. So, DIY would be you trying to do it all by yourself. A social media manager would be they're handling it all by themselves. We're going to meet in the middle with the esthetician direction. So, this is a partnership between you and the Glow Sis Social team. We're going to do half and you're going to do half. We're going to meet in the middle together. We're both going to put in the effort. It's not going to take either of us as long as it would to try to do it one or the other, and you're going to benefit immensely from it. So what happens is once a month, you get on a one-on-one strategy call with our team. So we would set up a time in advance every single month. We would get on a virtual meeting and you and I would sit there and talk about how everything is going. What do you have coming up in the next month that you want to focus on? What products do you maybe want to push a little bit more? What has been working with social media? What hasn't been working? What we want to try? What's going to speak to your clients more? It's all the strategy, right? All you have to do is show up to that meeting and talk to us. Okay. We, on the other hand, are going to do the strategy work ourselves. So we're going to take all the information that you give us in that meeting, and we are going to go on the back end. We're going to go start looking up your competitors. We are going to go look at all of your offers. We're going to look at your community. Where are the areas for opportunity? What are going to be the best unique ways to be able to reach your dream clients in your community specifically? Then our team is going to put together a social media calendar strategy for you. So every single month, after we've done all of the strategy and really mapped out what's the best way to use social media this next month to get you more clients, to sell more products, to book more services, whatever it is, whatever your goals are, your specific goals, and we will tell you what to post, when to post, we'll give you templates, we'll give you all the resources you need so that it completely takes out the guesswork for you. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to get stuck. You don't have to open Canva or open Instagram and just sit there staring at the screen because you don't know what caption to write or what to even start with to do a graphic. We're going to create your full social media posting plan. What to post, when to post, how to attract your ideal clients. All you have to do is execute. And I can't tell you how much easier it's going to be for you to execute when someone's telling you exactly what to post. The esthetician direction is a fraction of what you would pay for a social media manager. And you're absolutely going to love working with us. You're going to love working with our team. You will see me on the meetings. You will see my team on the meetings. And we are going to work together to make social media easier for you and to grow your bookings because of it. Okay, we have one more way that you can work with us. To recap again, number one, consume all of our free content. Number two, join the Glow Sis email club. Number three, bring on the esthetician direction for your social media marketing. And then number four, and you guessed it, it is the Glow Sis method. And this really is right now, it's our signature program that is going to honestly completely blow your mind. And so I'm going to walk through this a little bit because I've had several questions on what's the difference between the Glow Sis method and the Black Friday marketing challenges or the Valentine's Day challenges. And I want to explain that in a way that's going to make sense for both someone that's completely new if you haven't taken our offers yet, but also someone who has maybe done our Black Friday or Valentine's or Mother's Day challenges. In the past, the Black Friday, Valentine's Day, and Mother's Day challenges have always expired within a 2-week period. So you get access to it to go through the 10 days and then a little buffer, and then you lose access to it. The Glow Sis method, you never lose access to it. You can use this year round. It is a 10-day guided experience for estheticians who want simple, strategic, and sustainable growth. You will learn exactly how to plan and launch a focused promotion that brings in real results. In these 10 days, whether it's for Black Friday, whether it's you want to move product, so you want to do like a product flash sale, or if you're introducing a new service, the Glow Sis method would be perfect for it. You will have access to this same framework that, again, made estheticians literally thousands of dollars in 10 days, multiple times throughout the year. So you already know that it's going to work if you do it, okay? Now, the framework itself is very similar to the Black Friday, Valentine's Day, and Marketing Day prep challenges that we've done in the past. And the reason it's the same is because it freaking works. If you've been in there, you know that it works, okay? So the framework itself is the same. We have elevated it. So now there are video lessons when before it was just very, 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 very brief text. We've infused some more education and strategy into the video lessons. We've rearranged a few things because we've learned things from feedback. Even though the framework was extremely successful for the vast majority of the participants, we've learned things that we need to tweak a little bit and move around. And so we've made adjustments to make it even better for you and to help you get better results. We've updated all of the worksheets. We've updated all of the templates. Completely brand new email templates are in there, okay? And then lastly, you're able to be an affiliate for this program. So you go through it in 10 days, you run a flash promotion, you make $800 or $3,000, and you're like, holy shit, this works. I want to share that with the rest of the industry. So you're going to ask to be an affiliate. And when you genuinely share this Glow Sis method with someone else, another esthetician, or in a Facebook group or whatever it is, and someone enrolls in the program using your link, you automatically immediately get 20% of that enrollment price. That's it. Just sharing awesome things with the industry. That's all. So, to kind of give you a peek behind the curtain, the first day, day zero is what we call it, is the welcome and success map. And so this is where we set expectations, help you block out time that you're going to need to successfully complete the 10-day program and get you excited about it. Day one is your offer strategy and dates. This is one of the most important parts of this is strategically crafting an irresistible offer and a profitable offer. So there's a worksheet. We walk you through it step by step. And so at the end of the day, you're going to have your offer ready and strategized so that moving into day two, it's called payments, links, and point of sale. And so this is where we prep your back end systems. We create your direct purchase link. We make sure everything is ready on the back end to actually be able to sell this special offer. Then there's a little bonus module that I'm not going to tell you about because I really love it. I'm really excited about it and I want you to be able to experience it when you're in there. So I'm not going to spill the beans on this one. But moving on to day three is treatment room conversions. So day three is all about setting up and prepping your display for your treatment room to be able to start mentioning it to clients, getting them excited about it, kind of a little teaser. And honestly, in the past, the estheticians that have gone through this framework have had really great success with selling their special offers to the clients that are already seeing them. We make it so easy for you to complete this program. Day four is called the email engine. So this is where you write out all of your emails, and there's a very specific system and campaign that we use for these emails. It's very rooted in marketing psychology. So there's 5 different emails that you'll write. And of course, we're not going to let you write it yourself. We have actually written these emails very strategically for you. All you have to do is go in and tweak things to your special offer. And then we help you schedule them out so that they're ready to go. You don't even have to do anything once your offer goes live. Day 5 is visibility foundation. So this is where we set up all of the automations on the back end. We make sure your website has the promo banners. We make sure your social media is automated. So when people are ready to buy, you don't have to be sitting there on your phone answering questions all day long. It is going to be hands off. I remember very vividly the first year we did this framework. Someone messaged me and she was like, I was literally taking a shower and I stepped out of the shower and checked my phone and she had made $1,800 while she was in the shower because she had everything ready to go. She had everything automated and it was hands off and literally she was just able to let the money roll in. And it sounds honestly like unachievable, but gosh, you will have no idea the feeling once you actually experience it for yourself. It is so freaking cool. So cool. Okay, moving on to day 6. This is your social plan. So we give you a calendar. We help you map out the strategy for all of your social media posts during the promotion timeframe. So this day, we're just mapping out what is the plan, what types of posts, what topics. And then day 7 is where we focus on the visual portion of those social media posts. So you're going to create your graphics, you're going to create your carousels, your reels, everything that you've already planned, you're going to execute the visual portion. We don't try to do all of the components in one day because that's super freaking hard and overwhelming. We break it out so that it's easy. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to be stressed. So today is only focusing on visuals. Again, you always get templates to give you a head start. And then day 8 is when we write our captions and then schedule out your posts. We help give you a tutorial for scheduling platforms to be able to make it easy for you. We walk you through it step by step. Of course, you get templates for your captions too. And day 9 is local partnerships. So this is really where you see kind of all different avenues of marketing come together to be able to produce results instead of just relying on one form of marketing, like social media, for example. Like that's never going to work if you just focus on social media. And this is really where we try to show you that that's not how to do it. That's not how to do marketing. We walk you through how to connect with other local businesses and leverage community partners to be able to make this promotion or special offer a success. Day 10 is the final prep and mindset reset. Okay, so we give you a recap checklist. We're going through and we're testing your links, we're testing your codes, we're double checking your posts, your captions, making sure everything's scheduled out, making sure you update your link in bio on your social media. Like, we are just crossing the T's, dotting the I's, making sure everything is ready to go for launch day. And then guess what? That's it. It's 10 days. You can do anything for 10 days, okay? You can absolutely do this. And so the very last step is just to watch it happen. The best part of the Glow Sis method is number one, you're learning. Number two, you're implementing. And number three, you're seeing immediate results. So it brings all of these things together in 10 days in a simplified way for maximum results. So you've already scheduled everything out. It's all automated. So come launch day, you don't have to do anything. You just have to sit there and be like, oh yeah, my special offer, my flash promo, whatever it is the doors are opening today. Let's see what happens. If it's Thanksgiving, for example, you sit and you eat your Thanksgiving meal with your family. You don't have to be worried about pressing send on a social media post because you're trying to post for Black Friday last minute. You didn't really plan for anything. You don't have to be sending emails. You don't have to be stressed about it. You can literally sit there and play games with your family and your friends and eat a ton of turkey and then check your phone that evening and see how many purchases you've got. See how many people have booked appointments or bought your special offer. It is the best feeling in the world. And I want you to experience that so, so badly. And that is why we have done this. And that is why we have created this. When you go to the page that I'm going to link below to check out the Glow Sis method, you will see so many reviews, literally screenshots of estheticians. I have hundreds of screenshots of estheticians who have gone through this program and have sent me their results. $1,800, $700, $600, $3,000, $6,000. This works. And I don't even feel like I'm selling to you because it works. I can tell you over and over again how much it works and how much you need this. But what really matters is estheticians who have actually seen results. And I have hundreds of those. I have hundreds of messages saying that it works. So go to the link, go look through all the estheticians who have done it, watch the video that I have on there. And if it's for you, we would love to have you. It's less than $200, and the amount that you can make in your promotional offer is absolutely unlimited. You're 100% going to make your money back plus some, right? And then you can also use it over and over and over again throughout the year, through all of your promos, through all the holidays. From me to you, with all my love, I really hope that you enroll because it is so worth it. Focus back up, Shaylee. I just can't express to you how much that every single way that you can work with Glow Sis Social has been so intentionally crafted for you to see results. I just want to elevate this industry. I know that my education and my experience and what I have to offer is extremely powerful. I believe in Glow Sis Social with my whole heart, and I will leave that there. Okay. Now, what to look forward to next week. I'm really excited for you to meet my sister, Elena. It's going to be so much fun. Turn on your notifications on our Instagram profile because we will always be sharing when we've released a new episode. Please feel free to share this podcast with your friends, with your peers. That means more to me than you investing in any of the Glow Sis Social offers because I do want to reach as many people as I possibly can and impact as many lives as I can through Glow Sis Social. And the whole team feels the same way, and we are so grateful for you. Just know I want you to succeed so badly. And if you're at a spot where you're kind of in that back and forth area where it's not quite happening yet, but you believe in yourself, you believe in your passion, keep moving forward. I can tell you countless times that I have been in your shoes, been in that exact spot as an entrepreneur, specifically a woman entrepreneur. Brings a whole nother set of challenges. And if you don't believe in yourself, send me a message because I will believe in you. If you have no one else to believe in you, if you don't believe in yourself, we will believe in you here at Glow Sis Social. Whether you invest in any of our programs or not, I don't care. Come to us, please. Let us give you the motivation. Let us help you find that spark again in yourself. Let us help you keep pushing forward because entrepreneurship is not easy. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. It is the most rewarding, and I want you to be able to experience the joy and the success, however you define it, and happiness that I have found in entrepreneurship. And I want to share that with you so badly. I appreciate you listening to this podcast more than you know. I appreciate you being around and lifting me up over the past few years. I am so grateful that you interact with our social media posts. I am so grateful that you enroll in anything that you feel so inclined to enroll in because I'm just a human too. I'm just a person behind the brand who has poured her heart and soul into everything that I've created. And I just want to impact your life. I just want to see you succeed. That's why I do it. So believe in yourself. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for believing in Glow Sis Social. And I hope you have the most incredible rest of your day. I will see you next Monday with our co host, Elena Anderson. We'll talk to you later.